with Jerry tonight and Alistair, kind of see what they think. But I think, yeah, I am so thrilled with this. I'm not even gonna really go there, but the goal over the next few years is to try and improve upon that. So
when did you know you had a medal? When did you know that?
It was pretty late in the game when I knew I had a medal. Jerry, with probably about a mile to go, I think he's like, if you can close the gap just a little bit, you're better than her over the last 800 meters. And so that was the moment I decided, I was like, you know what, this is the moment I'm going to remember, whether or not I pushed and tried to get a little bit closer or gave in, because that was the point in the race where whether or not I was going to go for it or give in, because it was just really painful. And so I thought, so I decided to go for it, and he was right. With 800 meters to go, that's when I kind of, I think it was probably like closer to 600 meters to go. That's when I knew, and that's when I started focusing on the next person. So
I remember your stretch run in the Olympic trials in the 10,000, and that to me marks the time that you dug the deepest. Today was deeper than that?
Today was deeper than that, yeah. Today it was, yeah, that's a really hard way to run a 5K. It was really painful, but worth every little bit of pain.
Have you seen that race is so tight? I mean, there's like 9 people in it at one point. I mean, have you ever seen anything like that? I mean, that's crazy.
Oh, I couldn't believe it. The whole time I was just, I felt like the last probably 22K, I was like, okay, it's going to go at any moment now, any moment, any moment. And I was just waiting. And then when we came to the turnaround on the last lap, I was like, this is just weird. I didn't know what was going on, so I was like, I'm just going to see what happens if I put in a little bit of a move. And I think it really, I think it got it going. And yeah, that was really, really exciting, and I don't know.
Amy, what did you tell yourself with about 2 miles to go when, like, because you were dropped briefly, and I'm guessing you had to kind of play some mind games with yourself to convince to stay in touch?
I did. Jerry's been putting it in my head that I can be competitive. If I'm there with a mile to go, then I can be competitive over that last mile for the past 2 years now. And so it was one of those things I was like, just fight, just be as close as you can with a mile to go, and then like you'll be able to dig deep enough at that point. But so it was just stay as close as you possibly can, just don't give her an inch, try and get 1 inch closer with the mile to go. So it was, yeah, it was really tough.
So when he yelled at you with the mile to go, how far back were you?
I would say probably like, I don't know, like 20, 25 meters. Yeah, maybe a little bit more even. Yeah, it was just one of those things, no matter what I was doing, it felt like I wasn't, like we were moving at the same pace the whole time. So, yeah, it was tough.
When did you start hurting?
A little bit, I don't know the distance. It was past the last water stop, kind of on the dip before the bridge. That was where it started really hurting, and I tucked in behind Rose for a little while. And that actually felt a little bit pretty comfortable for a while. And then it was just a grind to the finish.
Yeah. What did you think your odds coming in of medaling were?
Coming into this?
Yeah.
So I knew I was in better shape than I've ever been in my entire life by a lot. I worked harder than I ever have before. But it was one of those things where we thought there was potential to medal, but it's the World Marathon Championships. It could be a great day and I could finish 8th. So, I don't know. When the race is that slow, I've actually become really confident in my closing my last 5K and 10K.
Yeah.
And so I started getting more and more excited. Yeah, I would swing between like, I can do this, to being like, what am I thinking? Like, that's so hard. And like looking at the women who are in the field, I knew it was going to be really tough.
Yeah.
So.
Doing this build-up, I mean, this was the first one, I guess, you've done with PTC without Shalane.
Yeah. And
was it more difficult? Like you said, it was still a good one. Like, what was it like?
It was so hard. It was just lonely. I have a friend there every step of the way that I meet every day. So it was really difficult. Alistair has stepped in for lots of my workouts, almost all of them. So that was a huge help. But all of the long runs and stuff, they were not all of the long runs. Long runs with the workout he stepped into, but a lot of it was on my own, and it felt like a long, lonely build-up. But I was really focused on this, and there's something she told me. She was like, "Listen, you can do anything, even if I'm not there. Like, just like every day, just tell yourself you can do anything." And so. Yeah, so I got through it. But
so how does it feel, bronze medal?
It feels amazing. I can't even believe it. All of the people who have medaled at the World Championships and the Olympics, those are the people I've always really, really looked up to. So I just can't believe it.
Amy, it appeared after the line that Jerry and Alistair were every bit as emotional as you. Just how big a role have those two guys played in this performance?
Jerry has completely changed my running. He has changed my life. Like, I felt for years, it just wasn't that breakthrough I was hoping for, and I knew I could be better, but it just wasn't coming around. And so when I joined this group, I was like, you know what, I want to test the limits. I want to try higher mileage. I want to try harder workouts. I just want to do all of that stuff, and I wanted to just like hang on to Shalane in every workout as long as I possibly could. And he's just completely changed everything. We work really, really hard, but Bowerman Track Club, we work hard, and we're really supportive of one another. So it's a great group to be around, and it's an easy place to work hard.
How are you going to celebrate?
I don't even know. I have no idea.
Didn't plan that far.
Yeah, this is where everything ended. Was the moment, like, I haven't thought of past that at all. So I don't know, maybe vacation or something. But yeah, right now this is enough of a celebration for me.
By chance, we took a cab over here with Jerry from the track.
Yeah.
Because they were watching the steeple, and he said, oh yeah, she's very fit. But then they're like, him or Pascal's like, oh, but she's picked up a cold. Or so when was that? Did that affect you? A little bit worried?
It's been a stressful couple of weeks. The first day I got here, I don't know if it was on the plane or something, but my throat got sore, and so it was 2 weeks ago. Like almost exactly 2 weeks ago, my throat got sore, and honestly, it was up until yesterday. I still was like dripping snot. It was gross. So today, like, I knew it was going to be one of those things. Like, I could feel it coming around and getting better. But this morning I woke up and I was like, okay, I feel like normal. So it was just in the nick of time.
And have you been over here training?
Yeah, we
Where
were
were
in
you guys?
Teddington. I was in Teddington with Matt Hughes, Ryan Hill, Mohamed.
The group, yeah.
Yeah, so we were out there, and then we've been in London for 5 days now, I think, so yeah.
Congratulations, Ian.
Congrats, Amy.